Welcome all to the sharp peaks of the Rockies. We're here in Windsor, Colorado, where it's the treacherous part of the track to the USL League One postseason. It's match week 19, and it's two of the teams in the finest form in the whole division. Northern Colorado Hailstorm swing their gate open for the Bluegrass boys of Lexington SC here tonight. Here's what the survey says about where these teams stack up in the table. It's Northern Colorado Hailstorm coming into this one looking up at a whole pack of teams as results start to roll in, but you'll notice very tight on the points. NOCO will have aspirations of potentially challenging for the 1 seed. Lexington just trying to get across the line in a playoff position. 3 points would go a long way to making that happen tonight. For this Northern Colorado side, though, it's a team that has been as dominant in the Cup as they have been in the league as of late, as in the Jägermeister Cup. NOCO, the only team to finish the group stage unbeaten. They locked down the 1 seed in that competition. As they advance to the knockout round, they will host Union Omaha in a semifinal at home on Wednesday. You wonder how much their attention is turned to that one, but the opponent tonight will be a strong test, as this is a NOCO team that has, again, been in fine form as of late. They've not lost a match since mid-July, and they have defended their home ground in that stretch, as they are 7 games unbeaten. If they are able to avoid a loss tonight, would level their longest unbeaten streak of the year at 8, and hitting gear at the right time of year for sure for Ayman Zayed. On the other side, though, Darren Powell, his team, starting to maybe figure some things out in the attack as they stride towards the postseason, as they've been unbeaten in their last 4 and would love to stretch that to 5. And you see the goal discrepancy. 10 goals in that first part of the year, 8 in this last little stretch of games for the road side. And one of the players that's helped them do that is this man. Alexis Cerritos has been a key conductor in midfield and helping out in the attack. Scored in only 56 seconds in the Cup last weekend against Chattanooga, the fastest goal in club history. And of his last 113 passes, he's completed 109, no more than 1 incomplete pass for him in each of the last 4 games. He will be essential in communicating through this Northern Colorado defense that has been a bulwark unit all year long for Ayman Zayed and co. We're counting down to kickoff here in Colorado, Northern Colorado at Hailstorm and Lexington SC in an all-important duel here tonight in USL League One play. Don't go anywhere.
Hello from NOCO Humane, your community partner for comprehensive animal welfare services in Larimer and Weld counties. While you may not recognize our new name and logo, we have more than 50 years of experience and expertise formerly operating as Larimer Humane Society. We have expanded our reach and our impact, taking on the sheltering and care of animals in Weld County. In light of the dissolution of the Humane Society of Weld County, this transition ensures that vital animal services will not only continue but thrive, bringing even greater compassionate care and commitment to the pets and people of Northern Colorado. Join us as we heal, nurture, and protect more than 10,000 companion animals in the year to come. 2 shelters, 1 mission. NOCO Humane.
Every 2 seconds, a hospital patient needs help only blood can provide. That help depends on volunteer blood donors. When you take an hour and donate blood with nonprofit Vitalant, you can help save more than 1 life. Recent donor eligibility updates now allow even more people to roll up a sleeve and give. Learn more and make your appointment at Vitalant.org. Because of you, life doesn't stop.
We welcome you in to the Legend Sports Complex here in Windsor, Colorado. Lexington SC and Northern Colorado Hailstorm. That is what's on the docket tonight. Howdy, folks. I'm Peyton Gallagher, and as we turn our attention to the team news, Northern Colorado Hailstorm set up like this. It's a 4-3-3 led by the sizzling in-form man Ethan Horde at the top end of things. Behind him, Bruno Rendon and Billy King bring up the vanguard. That back line has been robust in recent matches as well for the home side, NOCO. As we look across the line and direct our attention to Lexington SC, this is how Darren Powell has set up his side. It's that attacking formation that's been so productive as of late with Youth, Cerritos, and Lancaster at the front end, and introducing Cameron Lacey, the loanee from San Antonio FC, into the starting 11 today. No Yannick Yankum in this one for Lexington, as he is on international call-up with Malta in friendlies there across the pond in Europe. So much at stake this time of year. There is an air of significance here, albeit thin on this late summer's day in the Rockies. In the blue, it's Northern Colorado Hailstorm. In the white, it's Lexington SC, and that ball bounds back, and we move. Commencement of this match week 19 fray between NOCO and Lexington SC. Again, two teams that are coming into this one with high spirits, both unbeaten in a stretch of at least 4 games. It's 7 for Northern Colorado, who strike the front foot quickly, ball into the box, and just nod it away. Lexington in hot pursuit of all 3 points. As with those in the barn, they would be level on points with the 8-spot holder in the playoff table. Northern Colorado just trying to keep the tempo and stay on pace in terms of aspirations of capturing the #1 seed in the league. That's certainly attainable for Ayman Zayed's bunch if they continue to play at the level they've been at. As the ball's over the line. Amal Knight is the goalkeeper for Lexington SC as he collects it for a goal kick. They'll try and play short and build out, and that proves a fool's errand in this case as it's out for a throw-in. Northern Colorado, a team that will pick and choose their spots to apply pressure in the final third. That time triggering and getting the dividend. Kwakwa, a searching ball to the end line. Amal Knight called into action, and it's out for a goal kick as there is a man down. Looked like it was Billy King that came up against the ad boards, and he's back to his feet as play continues. Two teams that like to play against the ball, both towards the bottom of the league in terms of the possession numbers. In fact, the absolute bottom for Lexington SC coming into this game in 12th in the league, averaging just about a 45% share of possession per game. Diouf. He is the one that sprinkles the pixie dust for this Lexington side. The all-time goals against leader against Northern Colorado in their 3 games, or 3 seasons, I should say, of operation. Had a hat trick against them last year, 5 for the career for Atez Diouf, the most of any player against Northern Colorado. Into the center now. Cerritos pinging passes about and just lacing it over the shoe tops of Cameron Lacey. You see instantly, though, the spark that Lexington SC are carrying with them now. Ambition, ingenuity in the final third that had been absent for about the first 15 games of the season. Away by Lalo Delgado. And down by Cannell, who can't tame it. Here's Darren Powell, the reigning USL League One Coach of the Month. Nice interplay here, Rendon. Wrapping towards the byline, he's chopped down. A pair of Cuban players coming together as Jorge Corrales, the captain, clattered into the Cubano cutlass that is known as Bruno Rendon. No more than a throw-in. maybe it is a free kick, the first whistle of the night. Alexander Zelziaskov is the center official tonight. The rest of the crew, Joseph Macht, Max Alator, and Patricia McCracken, who's having a conversation here with Darren Powell. Ball in. Slapped away. Yamazaki wide. King on the 1-2 with Rendon and not on the same page. Breck Evans. King brushing it down the line. Kwakwa linking with Horde. Ethan Horde on the spin. Amal Knight called into action. A calm claim. Mendez forward. And once more, pinched back by Northern Colorado, and King has the set, flaring forward for Oprah. Still free in the box, falling to Rendon. Bruno Rendon! And the Cuban cuts his side into the lead. The sharpest tool in the shed for Ayman Zayed. That's his 12th of the year in the league in the Cup. And for a side that, once they have a firm hold on the lead, rarely let it go, that is a welcome sight 5 minutes in. Picked his corner and filled it. He had cooled down a little bit, hadn't scored since August 13th. But he signs his name on the month of September. And Bruno Rendon, the man to deliver the lead to the home side. All to do now for Lexington SC. Northern Colorado have dropped the fewest points of any team in USL League One play from winning positions. It's only happened on 2 occasions. All season long, they've only given up 2 points once they've captured the advantage. It is a Rocky-sized task for Lexington SC, and it might grow here. Rendon. Bruno Rendon laid off to Kwakwa. Measured a shot instead, decided to roll it wide. Horde and King, and on the overlap, it's Oprah. Billy King in. Up by Rendon, away by Lexington. Yamazaki. And once more in by Chelo Martinez. Finally got it away. Northern Colorado not mincing words from the off, speaking with their chests. A swashbuckling side that's playing with swagger, with confidence, and a certain assuredness based on their recent track record. King and Horde. Dancing away from his marker. Back to Oprah. Bouncing back to Rendon. Bruno Rendon buses across the goal mouth. And it could have easily been 2. Life before the eyes of them all night, but it's nothing more than a goal kick. You see it again. Just twisting the arm of their opponent right now, Northern Colorado, and Billy King nearly had a second. Forced long onto Lancaster. A taming touch as he takes it towards the top of the 18. Feathers wide, silky, softly played ball. And Lancaster again. In by Tate Robertson. On the twist, Abel Caputo. Corrales. Cerritos probing. Martinez in front of him. Caputo's giving it away. Recaptured by Lexington, fortunately there. Looks like the break might be on for a moment for NoCo. Lancaster between the lines. Cam Lancaster. He shaped to shoot. He's earned a license to do that. He scored from outside the 18 twice this year. Been in great form as of late, but off the mark in this occasion. There is Bruno Rendon. If you just now are joining us, he is the sparkling point of difference today. Scored 6 minutes in. And Billy King. This is Ethan Horde wedging a ball up to Rendon. Got a firm head to it. It stays on. Kwakwa. Lean wide. Yamazaki angles the ball in. And it falls kindly from All Night, who is at the mercy of the finish from Ethan Horde. Cano providing himself down the line as Lacey, instead going infield as Cano. He's quickly dispossessed. And a throw-in set to come. Meadow Gold Dairy Farm is a farmer-owned and community-loved 83 family-owned DFA farm with more than 100,000 cows in their supply that will bring you local Meadow Gold Dairy. Thank you for supporting your local dairy farmers. Off to an utterly fantastic start, the home side. Kwakwa on the switch, and now Yamazaki trying to play the piercing pass, never got to Chelo Martinez. And Lacey. Atez Diouf. Always at the heart of things for this side from Kentucky. Comes in today with team best 7 goals in the league and cup, as well as 4 assists. Yamazaki arcing a ball into Ethan Horde. He's a big target to aim for. This time, though, it doesn't come off. The man's gone down in midfield. Looks like that's Alexis Cerritos. Just looked like he lunged in to try and win that ball, and he picked up a little knock there as the knee. Chelo Martinez make contact with the fleshy part of his upper leg. Cerritos. Boy, that's hardly put a foot wrong as of late. Again, no more than one pass that's been gobbled up by the opponent in each of the last 4 games. He's found friendly feet on 109 of the last 113 occasions he's let go of the ball. Inspecting pass into the area. Final punching header from Kwakwa to deal with the danger. Cerritos is down once more. Ball still up for grabs. Lacey poked ahead for Lancaster, who whips it wide to Cano. Cano couldn't link there with Ates Juve, who was lurking at the top of the area. Yamazaki under duress as pressure is applied by Cano. Line splitting pass. That's great stuff out of the back. King's onto it. He can't create much havoc as his pass is nibbled back by Lexington. Tate Robertson. Mendez and Fox. Robertson making his first start in 6 games. Last time, the 11 to commence a match. Came all the way back on July 13th against Madison. Hasn't gone a full 90 since the end of June. Christian Mu Young has been the guy that's put his name on that position. Not in the 18 today, though. Alexander Zelzikov trying to get a lid on things as this one's bubbled up a bit in the first couple moments of the contest. Cano ropes it down the line. Yamazaki in front. And a great bit of one-on-one defending as Yamazaki lances the ball away and lunges forward off the back heel of Ethan Horde. And there's the whistle. No advantage ever presents itself, in a yellow card. It's going to be assessed to Kalen Fox. Yeah, bear hug welcomed in most settings, but not here. That is the word of the center official, as Ethan Horde a whole lot to deal with, and that time no choice for Kalen Fox but to go outside the word of the law to stop the oncoming threat. Horde standing 6'5", 190 pounds, with 9 goals, 5 assists on the year in the league in the Cup. Most goal contributions of any first-year pro in the MLS, USL Championship, or USL League One. It's been an outstanding campaign for him as he finds himself on the ball here. Swirling in field, it's King. And Langlois. And driving forward, David Garcia. Langlois between the center backs. David Garcia floats one into the area. Looked like that was going to sit for him all night, but Fox taking no chances. That may have hit a hands. There's some discussion in the box. No matter now, Lexington break to the other end. Kwakwa grapples it back. Oh, that's a hard tackle there. Big time collision and nothing more than a talking to for Chelo Martinez. Ball being knocked around from side to side. That ball provided by Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. On the move, Rendon in front of goal, Billy King! As easy as you could ever ask for. The Scotsman arrives with a firm word and a finalizing poke. Lexington left with their heads spinning. It all starts with that man, Bruno Rendon. Applies the pass in. Horde can't quite get purchase, but Billy King is there to assure things at the back stick. It's all gone pear-shaped for Lexington. 2-0 inside of 20 minutes.
Hailstorm goal scored by number 19, Billy King.
And how do Lexington dig themselves out of this? It's going to be Cam Lancaster who's called for the foul. Billy King's 4th of the year. Riel Gill has gotten a lot of time in the starting lineup in recent stages. King getting his number called today. Paying that off, Gill away on international call-up with Trinidad. That's also the story for Noah Powder. Another frustrated foul from Lacey. Just a Northern Colorado side playing with their chins up. You see the bounce in their step. It's apparent how good this side feels about themselves right now. Certainly apparent by the way the score looks. Should be said, though, that this is a Lexington side that likes to save their best for last. Later stages of games, they have been a little bit more efficient on the offensive ends. Scored a lot of goals in the latter stages of first halves throughout the course of this year, and would certainly like to do that to close the margin ahead of the curtain fall as we approach the midway point of this first frame. Oh, what a turn. Yamazaki pivots free and pierces forward into Horde. Still Yamazaki onto it, latching on and lacing a shot towards goal and not missing by much. He's a player playing with wind in his sails as he carried on and carried on and carried on. Found himself up amongst it and with good form caressed that ball towards the target. Cerritos bound up between two defenders here, able to get rid. Juve. And Cano. Ball floated downfield. The whistle comes. For those who support Lexington SC, this game, bit of an appetizer, albeit a sour one today. For a momentous day for this club as they open the gates of their new home stadium, the women's side ushering that venue in tomorrow. The men will be at home against One Knox on Friday of next week as that ball's into the box, bounces across the goal mouth, still there, dribbling and driving into the roof of the nets. But there is a whistle and a word by the center official. And play was deadened before the shot would ever come off. I think Ethan Horde may have been offside. And like it never even happened. Lancaster is tumbled. Just clipped by Bruno Rendon. It's a free kick. Conduct All Electric offers full electrical services for residential, commercial, and industrial, as well as a 24-hour emergency service line for their clients right here in northern Colorado. They might need to be on speed dial the way things have gone for those emergency services for Lexington SC here tonight. Goals from Billy King and Bruno Rendon. That first one coming only 6 minutes into the match. What separates these two sides? Maybe looking to bite back though. It's Lacey and wide. Thinking about a ball ends Robertson. A high header into the box. Free kick on tap here. Prime real estate to deliver a ball into the box. They hatch their plan. Looks like Caputo and Robertson over there conspiring as Caputo flashes in to the back post. Fox. Too much to that, and it's beamed away. Lexington starting to grow into the game a bit. Half hour nearly gone. Roadside currently owning about 57% of the possession. Not necessarily a comfortable spot for them again. Only averaging about 45% on the year, which is the lowest mark in the league. Skims off the head of Yamazaki and out for a throw. There's that man, Ayman Zayed. You'd think he will have a strong case at year's end for the Coach of the Year distinction. The way he's marshaled his side. Down the line it goes. Flown into the box. A strong defensive header. Noko scrapping to get rid. Caputo. Such an important player at the spine of this team for Lexington. Our conversations in the lead up with Darren Powell certainly received flowers. The work he does interchanging in midfield and connecting the dots, allowing those attacking players to maybe be a little bit more fluid and find the space ahead of the final third. Here's the heartbeat of this side, Abo Caputo, as that ball is rolled down the line. Robertson hits the afterburners, arrives at it, is chopped down, but will receive no call. It's a goal kick. Lancaster and Robertson, and a well-picked pass to Lacey, who bends the corner. There's a decent ball in as Cano was crashing the box. And another foul is given. Tension starting to flare. Free kick set to come. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Hung high into the box. Milko again struggling to escape their own hands. Custody of the ball remaining with Lexington. Robertson fighting off Billy King. Cerritos is once more struggling. He's been down a couple times today as he presents himself an option to Diouf. Cerritos driving through tackles, pressing the issue, ball in from deep from Lacey. And just ahead of the end line, cleared by Yamazaki. These two foes that have seen each other once this year met on match day one. How far they've come from that stage, how things have changed. That was a 0-0 draw. Milko trying to lay claim to the season series. If they are able to hold the result that they so far have been on trajectory to. Atis Diouf ducking and diving, and trying to shake his marker. Bruno Rendon, a shake of the finger. He beats away that attack. Another tangle there as Corrales hits the deck. Diouf once more squared up by Rendon, and once more he loses the battle. And Billy King with eyes up as the cavalry canters forward. Yamazaki breezing down the touch line and links with Chelo Martinez, who's picking up pockets on this near flank pretty consistently so far. Pinched back by Lexington. Diouf. There might be some space to go into. Lacey. Lexington get their shape back. Cano. Kwakwa wins the race, takes it to the corner. Hounded by Lacey. Lacey rewarded for that effort. Picks the ball back up. Caputo and Cerritos. Passing lanes just narrow right now for Lexington ahead of the final third. Such a determined defensive outfit, this Northern Colorado side. This is a NOCO team that has not conceded multiple goals in a game in 9 matches. Last time it happened was on July 3rd against Central Valley Fuego. That particular night, able to come back from a 2-0 deficit, rescuing the final throws of that match, Real Gil. Yamazaki. Diouf. And Corrales. Diouf starting to become increasingly involved. And flushed wide, Tate Robertson with room to roam. Good instincts there from Lucky Oprah to hop in front of that. Garcia, a little bit of a risky ball in the Langlois, but what a touch from him to get free. NOCO once more settle into a staccato on the ball. Lexington reluctant to press. There's so many good things that are on offer. Having a player like Cameron Lancaster in your team and leading your line if you're Lexington, but does maybe inhibit some of the pressing efforts, some of the line stretching efforts. Lancaster, the all-time leading scorer in Lou City history. 75 goals for him. Third most in USL Championship history to date. Player that scored 5 goals in his last 10 games and is certainly starting to get the engine started as he links up with Cano here. Cano in. Cerritos. And Fox. Diouf spins himself free, bounds away from Kwakwa. And just lost his footing, but was aided in that by the tackle of Kwakwa, which receives a yellow card. First name in the book on the Northern Colorado side of things. It was Kalen Fox who was booked earlier in the match on the Lexington end of this matchup. Second card overall. The center official continues to get a wrangle on this contest. That would probably be classified under a persistent infringement offense. It was the 4th or 5th foul against Kwakwa already. And maybe don't hold your breath if you're not expecting a shot on goal. Cam Lancaster certainly has the type of quality to test the gloves of Lalo Delgado, if at least not the nerve. And another signal that maybe it's an effort on goal coming here. Two Lexington players in the wall in hopes of obscuring the vision of the goalkeeper. Cameron Lancaster! Oh my word, what a goal! A clap of lightning from one of the best to ever put the boots on in the United Soccer League. A gilded goal from Cameron Lancaster to draw one back. And bang. A bruise on the posts. A monumental hit from Cameron Lancaster, who puts his name on the score sheet for the second consecutive match. And now for the 25th time in his career, he scored in consecutive contests, tallying in the 40th minute. Lexington renew the interest. Noco right back to work. You wondered if the game state was starting to flow away from Northern Colorado with those two early goals. Maybe a little bit too cozy and comfortable burrowing in, but here's Rendell. Flares a ball in, sets up nicely for King. Circling into the corner. Kwakwa, options in the area, and just scattered out for a corner. Corner kick to come. Corner kick brought to you by Meadow Gold. Played short to King. Still King. Jello Martinez trying to cut himself free and just prodded out for another corner. In swinger from Jello Martinez. Skyscraping ball to the back post. And it rumbles out for a goal kick. Wing Shack is proud to sponsor Hailstorm FC and Future Legends Complex. Craving some cold beer and delicious wings? Visit wingshack.com or any of the 10 regional Wing Shack locations. Wing Shack gets a huge hell yeah from us. Rainbowing ball into the path of Cano. It was only moments ago that Cam Lancaster was able to draw a goal back for the roadside. It would be a dreamy end of the half for Lexington if they can search out and find another. At least before the curtain fall. Catapulted back in by Yamazaki. On the spin is Cerritos, and once more draws the whistle. It's already the 9th foul called against Northern Colorado in this half. Trickling out for a throw. Flash down the line. Lacey presents himself. Bodies arriving. Can't pick the pass, Lacey. Oprah. Now deferring to Billy King. Ethan Horde lurking, trying to find that pocket of space to poke through as his side circulate the ball 40 yards away. A slingshot switch from Oprah. Rendon gets the beating of his man as he goes to ground. Still on here. Just dodged away Yamazaki, and Oprah again. Up high, just off the forehead of Ethan Horde there. And Billy King on the run.
3 minutes of stoppage time.
Just grappled away by Tate Robertson. The word is 3 minutes of stoppage time. Oprah easing forward. Looping around him is Chelo Martinez. Ball into the back post, and it's slightly overcooked. USL Jägermeister Cup knockouts kick off on Wednesday, September 11th. 2-seed Forward Madison FC hosts 3-seed Charlotte Independence at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by these guys. Northern Colorado Hailstorm lock it up with the 4-seed Union Omaha at 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, all that's on ESPN Plus. What promises to be a banner day. Some of the very best in this league. Northern Colorado have been incandescent in that competition, finishing the group stage unbeaten. They have aspirations of winning the whole thing and lifting some silverware. Jaeger Cup creating an interesting dynamic as it balances with the league, cutting down on the overall amount of league fixtures this year, of course, making every point even more premium. It's created a lot of drama in this final stanza of the regular season as so many of the teams that are in contention for the playoffs and the top seeds in the postseason are so tightly wound. That ball over the end line. There's been a clear separation to some extent between those teams that are vying for the home playoff games and those vying for the last couple of spots in the postseason. Draw that line right around the 6th seed. That's where NOCO sit. Of course, Charlotte Independence, the one setting the pace in the division today as they went on the road and got a draw off of one Knox today. Ethan Horde unable to settle that. Ebbing towards the interval. An early goal from Bruno Rendon set us off. Advantage compounded about a quarter of an hour later by Billy King. Cameron Lancaster with a moment of beaming brilliance on a free kick to bite one back. That could be a bad decision there from Breck Evans as Lalo Delgado luckily is alert to the danger. The dummy to leave that for the goalkeeper as Cameron Lacey was showing an interest in that ball. We're past the 3 minutes given. And on cue, the 2 whistles of the center official and a thrilling first half of play here in the Rockies. 2-1 is our score and much to think about. Heading into the dressing room, 2 teams that need all 3 points, laying it out on the line here in this one. What to do here? Lexington SC will try to dig themselves out. Northern Colorado trying to hold serve. As we step aside here in Windsor, again the score as we break away for halftime is 2-1 Northern Colorado with just a little bit of an edge. Back with halftime coverage when we return.
If you love money-saving offers and the chance to win cash, look no further than your mailbox. Valpak delivers exclusive deals to neighborhoods across America every month. Plus, a $100 check could be yours. That's right, you could win $100 instantly. No strings attached, just for opening your blue envelope. Valpak, real savings and real winning for real people. Really.
Hello from NOCO Humane, your community partner for comprehensive animal welfare services in Larimer and Weld counties. While you may not recognize our new name and logo, we have more than 50 years of experience and expertise formerly operating as Larimer Humane Society. We have expanded our reach and our impact, taking on the sheltering and care of animals in Weld County. In light of the dissolution of the Humane Society of Weld County, this transition ensures that vital animal services will not only continue but thrive, bringing even greater compassionate care and commitment to the pets and people of Northern Colorado. Join us as we heal, nurture, and protect more than 10,000 companion animals in the year to come. 2 shelters, 1 mission. NOCO Humane.
Back here at the break, it's all kicking off in match week 19 in the USL League One. Look back, though, at the week that's been. Highlights from week 18 coming at you.
Onto the right foot to the end line, keeps it across. Will it set up for Tequila on the goal line? He'll knock it home in the end. In the right place at the right time for the 8th goal of the season in the USL League One for Kempis Tequila. Between the pipes for Knoxville. Scooped forward by Waldeck. Longmire, the header at the back post, and he finds the back of the net. A great set piece from Spokane, and they find the equalizer.
Luis Alvarez flicked up in front of goal and into the roof of the net. Bounding in for the breakthrough, it's Clay Dimmick. Goes Belmar. Spot Sis, Omar Sis! Omar Sis with a sizzling strike. And launch forward, Sorensen cut in. On by Johnson, off by Obergon. Correa. Still Dustin Correa, what a save! And then knocked in for good measure.
Playing the ball in behind. This is Sharif J. Knight makes the stop. Danger still present. Another incredible save. Lexington with excellent form as of late.
Fans still filing into Werner Park. A very large facility for the league standards. There's some slippage, and it finds the back of the net. A brutal mistake. It's a progressive ball, man down in the box, an immediate point to the spot. Textbook. Gallardo appeared through. And Gallardo delivers. Gallardo takes a deflection off the wall, and it finds its way in. The killer blow for Omaha. 3 goals for 3 points.
So good in front of him. With some changes now and again. Here's Martinez. He's got the other side of the green. But defense beats Garner and finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 Noco in the 5th minute. There's Real Gill, the man from Trinidad. He's got Ethan Horton inside him. He might not need him. Real Gill with the left foot, and it's 2-0. Reno tracking back. Open with the cross towards the far post, and that's 3-0. That's too easy for Ethan Horde. Left unmarked at the far post, and he makes the triumph pay.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, So do we. Terminix it.
This is the beginning. This is a first practice, a first video session, a first pregame talk. This is a first ticket, a first scarf raise, a first kickoff. This is a tapestry of clubs and players and communities inspired by those who blazed the trail for women's sports, ready to inspire the next generation. We are the USL Super League. We're part of a movement, and this is our moment.
New flavors, the same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador, spiked bebidas.
Beautifully done, Pino! My goodness! 2-0 for Birmingham.
Worth takes it.
Oh, and it's in! Nate Worth with a moment of brilliance.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
On the surface, your retirement plan might look solid. With your 401k or IRA, Social Security, investments, and insurance coverage, you appear to have it all covered. But what could you be missing? Below the surface, is your retirement exposed to too much risk? It's time for a deeper dive into your portfolio. We can help you uncover the risk that lies beneath the surface and learn about strategies to help preserve your savings. Get your free risk analysis today.
2-1 here at the weekends, but there's much to look ahead to in the midweek. Jägermeister Cup battles in the semifinals on either side, as this game between two of the best teams in the league, Forward Madison and Charlotte Independence, will set the tone in the early window. That game kicking off at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Charlotte Independence topping the table. Forward Madison, one of the best defensive outfits in the league. That should be a great contest between two of the heavy contenders in the division. And then on the other side, the matchup that the NOCO fans in attendance for this game will certainly have circled. The side that's been unstoppable in the competition, Hailstorm, charged forward for a date with Union Omaha. Rematch of a couple group ties between these two that saw Union Omaha take the first in penalties after what went down technically as a draw, and then Hailstorm bounced back with a result on the home ground they play on today, winning that one and a little bit of revenge. It all comes down to that contest, as here's a look at the team of the week in week 18. Joe Gallardo gets the nod for the player of the week, as Riel Gill and Billy King both find themselves, as well as Lucky Oprah, as representatives, and Ethan Horde in that best 11 from the week that was in the USL League One. As we move on to some of the news and notes from around the league, as plenty of players are on the international stage in the USL League One, as the Golden Boot leader JC Obergott in the Honduras team for a couple matches in the international stage. Lexington, Darren Powell gets the nod again for the coach of the month in the month of August in the USL League One. Lexington starting to kick into gear, and recently appointed the USL Player of the Month in the League One division is the man on the marquee for Northern Colorado. Ethan Horde claims that distinction for the first time in his young but budding career, as we set to step aside here and approach the second half of play. From Windsor, that's what's on tap when we come back. Northern Colorado 2, Lexington 1, and all to play for in the second 45.
Joe Flood, best assassin in Europe. I'm gonna live. You took out a contract on yourself.
I've got a disease. It's gonna kill me. I'm gonna laugh.
There's been a mistake. You're not gonna die, but you might want to get your eyes checked.
I'm canceling the contract.
This changes nothing!
I'm gonna take them all out. The Killer's Game. Rated R. I'm gonna kill the doctor, too. Have you had your eyes checked? September 13.
Second half starting to shape up. Northern Colorado Hailstorm and Lexington SC underneath a starless sky. In a first half that had plenty of star moments. What a first 45 between these two sides. Felt like NOCO was really in firm control of this one early on. It started off with Bruno Rendon getting his name back on the score sheet. He's pretty familiar as he was able to find the ball in the box and bury it, much to the dismay of helpless them all night there. Just a simple sweep of the leg and a strong strike to singe the side netting and set Northern Colorado off to the races early, and that lead would double here as Rendon again right in the middle of things as he supplies a ball into the box that breaks free to Billy King for a simple finish at the back post. It's Billy King once more finding the back of the net, the fourth time this year in the league and the cup. But just as things started to look like they were tilting against Lexington, they looked to their man Cam Lancaster, and boy did he arrive in style. This might be the goal of the year in the league to date, as you cannot hit a free kick any better than that. Clipping the post on its way through. And there's plenty of reason to be excited for the 45 minutes that are set to come. Northern Colorado, they don't lose points from winning positions. They've only dropped 2 all year long, but Lexington will have an air of desperation, needing to compile results to keep their season alive. Already out of the cup, and the only thing they have to aspire to is a playoff push. That's certainly something that's within grasp. The way they've been playing, there's a reason for ambition, for confidence, and certainly uplift from the foot of Lancaster there. They will have interest in the next 45 minutes. Northern Colorado, a test of the resolve on tap, as they will try to continue the cast iron grit in their defensive duties that has carried them so far this year. The ball is on the center stripe, and the Toes are at the starting line. Lexington SC and Northern Colorado Hailstorm a race to the tape, and we're off into the second 45. When these teams have gotten together in their brief history, it has been a firework fest. There's been a 3-2, there's been a 4-3, as well as a 2-2 result between these sides that have featured a pair of draws, the most recent addition being a 0-0 in Lexington to commence this season for these two teams. It was the first game of the 2024 campaign for Lexington and Northern Colorado. A A lot of ground has been traversed since then. Abel Caputo. And Artez Diouf, who was muted in that first half. Had a hat trick last year against Northern Colorado, as well as a brace, the all-time leading goal scorer against NoCal. Twisting himself free with custody of the ball. It's Yamazaki. What a half he had in the first frame. Picks up right where he left off. And Lucky Oprah rambles down the touchline. Feels like Lexington happy to allow that kind of space to both fullbacks for Northern Colorado. They'll draw the line defensively in their own half. Sloping switch, Rendon just about keeps it on. Cerritos takes the hit. The whistle comes. He's been battered and bruised tonight. Cerritos, who's scored twice in the last 3 games. First time in his career that he's scored 2 in a 3-game span in open play. Had a couple times previously that he had done so with penalty kicks, but a player that came into this side a little bit late. Started the year with Huntsville in MLS Next Pro, as that ball is just ducked out of danger, and maybe not. Trickling over the line. Good touch, Ayman Zayed. Maybe not. If he was looking to play the trainer in, maybe. Knowing Ayman, he'll have a laugh about that. But finishing on Cerritos as he digs in defensively. Start of the year with Huntsville. Wasn't really working out, came in late, and as he finds himself on the ball and provides some shielding to take it out over the end line, has found a much better situation for himself, joining this Lexington side midstream, working himself into the team. 16 appearances, 11 games started on the year, but has really been the catalyst for this surge as of late for the roadside, who break forward. Diouf in support of Lancaster. Corrales carving a path ahead. Held up by Cerritos. Back for Corrales, who loses his footing. Still with Lacey, though, who rushes at the back line. Options available. Artez Diouf. A prod wide. Robertson back into Diouf, and well covered by Billy King. Horde trying to bundle through a crowd. And a bad giveaway from them all night. A little bit out of sorts here, Lexington. This is where Northern Colorado thrive. Laid off, Yamazaki on the overlap. Looped in, and now with Diouf, and away by Robertson. And a shriek of the whistle as play is halted here. There's a man down. It's Corrales. Jorge Corrales, the captain. That would be a massive loss if he can't continue. Lexington, in terms of the bench outfit, you look up and down the dugout, and there's not a lot of experience in terms of game action this year available at the disposal of Darren Palace. Here's a look back at what happened, and that's not a pleasant sight as Corrales goes down non-contact after an awkward landing, requiring the attention of the physio. In terms of match appearances in the Jaeger Cup and the league available, though, at the disposal of this managerial staff of Lexington SC. There's only 30 combined appearances on the bench today. Most of those belonging to Pierre Mane, who's made 16 appearances. Eric Seha, Michael Agbula on the bench, as well as Kimball Jackson. Those three players have yet to appear in a game this year for Lexington. And they may be called upon here, though, if Corrales can't continue. Luckily, back up to his feet, so hopefully nothing too nasty. Drop ball gets us back in motion. Lacey with space. Pressing forward toward the byline, a heavy touch, but he catches up. Lacey toted the ball a long way, just poked over the end line. It's a corner coming. Well, Lexington have already scored one set-piece goal. That was a little bit more direct by way of Cam Lancaster. This time a corner brought to you by Meadow Gold. Looks like it belongs to Tate Robertson. Diouf has a short outlet as Billy King comes to deter that option. Coming into today, 5 set-piece goals in league play for Lexington. Swerving ball in. Just poked free, and an ambitious effort from Abel Caputo that does not meet the mark. And a quickly taken goal kick. Ward gets the knockdown. Struggling to stay balanced is Chelo Martinez, but he's able to work that out. Breck Evans. Lingua. Back to Delgado. Noco content to knock it around in their own half. Just daring Lexington to extend forward and maybe leave themselves exposed. Into Kwakwa. Finally scooped up by Lexington. Lacey. Well spotted into Diouf. Atez Diouf doing what he does, taking people on. Nowhere to go. Been a little bit cautious here from Lexington. Just a little bit of a reluctance to take that final man on, take that final risk. In tight confines, Corrales, who is back and fit and firing as he drives in and lances that tackle. Back to his side's possession of the ball, and a whistle comes. Yamazaki had gone to ground. Cheever Brothers Painting is the go-to residential painting expert in Northern Colorado. Call them anytime at 970 We Paint. Cheever Brothers Painting, the local painters you can trust. Ushered down line by Corrales and quickly out of touch. Kwakwa Trying to dig it out. A flick from Horde. Feels like that's been the only attacking idea for NoCo in these recent stages, but it's working here. Making progress is Horde. Laid off into King. Billy King settling, firing! Oh my word, Billy King has singed the net and braced himself. A pair of goals for Billy King. And all is well in Colorado again. That's something special. A soft touch. And a slamming strike from the Scotsman. I see your goal, Cam, and I raise you, says Billy King. The bright boy with the bright boots. And the change of the equation from Eamon Zayed, who has relieved Kwakwa and brought on Jake Keegan for some extra attacking gusto as his side continue to play with their chests out. That's the offensive punch, the final quality that's just rounded things out for this team that has been as defensively stout as anyone. It's players that win games, and Billy King is playing his part. Yamazaki is turned over, and it will be a caution. Quizno's substitution. I see what you did there.
Attention fans for Quizno's substitution. Hailstorm are making a change. Number 23, Jake Keegan on.
Confirmation there. Keegan comes on to relieve Kwakwa. And at the hour mark, it's the good love and feeling again for Northern Colorado as their boy Billy King with an absolute worldy hit, restoring some of the confidence and this edge of an advantage that Northern Colorado have compiled. Rendon got it started. King added one at the 20th minute, and it was Cam Lancaster who made things a little bit uneasy for NoCo ahead of halftime, but Billy King has his team back two in front. Down the line for Rendon. Bruno Rendon, who got the party started this time. A little bit too much carriage on his cross. How does Lexington respond? Unbeaten in their last four, not out of this game at all. But it feels like something's been maybe taken out of them a little bit after that flash of a goal from Billy King. Tight and uncomfortable confines at the touchline. NoCo pressing and giving away the foul. Get out of jail free card there for Lexington. Increasing control here for Northern Colorado. Feels like they are more intent to put a foot in the ball in this second half. Eamon Zayed adjusting the plan. at the break as Keegan gets involved. Screaming to the byline in towards King, who's sitting on a hat trick. It's out, and it's a corner. Once more brought to you by Meadow Gold. They say that Meadow Gold is community love. The community has loved the performance of the home side so far. They'd be even more heartened if NoCo can sneak in one more goal and maybe put this thing to bed early. In it comes. Firm header, still free, and poked in. Yeah, you. And Lucky Oprah, the one to emerge from the cloud of chaos with the goal in hands.
Lucky Oprah. Goal occurred in the 62nd minute.
Alexis Cerritos, though, has not given up the fight. Diouf tangling and twisting. Robertson and Diouf once more. So many touches for Diouf, back to goal. Really had a chance to get the ball in stride and actually run at the target. That's where he's at his best. Player with ambitions of playing at higher levels. Spent some time in recent stages in his career with San Antonio FC, has been certainly the talisman for this Lexington side in their first 2 years of operation as they set to return to the USL Championship in the near future. Imagine he factors Antes Diouf into those plans. Oprah. Plenty of time to pick out his plan.
All canned alcohol is half price. Take advantage of this great deal before alcohol sales close in the 75th minute. Once again, because Hailstorm scored in the first 10 minutes of this half, all canned
Hammering in there is Ethan Horde. He's whistled down. Rendon in the 6th, King in the 20th, and then the 56th, and Lucky Oprah adding some icing in the 62nd after Kim Lancaster half the deficit just ahead of halftime. That is where we reside. It's Abel Caputo picked up a little bit of a bruise there, going headlong into Ethan Horde. Never advised, but you appreciate the bravery. Ethan Horde, a converted center back, decided that maybe he'd rather cause problems for other center backs than deal with them himself. And he has been a bright light and a team full of them for Northern Colorado this year. Just another feather in the cap of Ayman Zayed. You could call him something of a Rumpelstiltskin in terms of striker play. Straw into gold. Already plenty of test cases to prove that theory. Trevor Ammon being the thesis statement there. Jostled free of Horde, and another whiplashing collision, and then a Screen Actors Guild worthy performance. The referee having some fun with that. Bravo, young man. It is a free kick, though. Is there more to celebrate for Northern Colorado? That's the question they're asking themselves. Billy King again sitting on a hat trick as he lurks at the top of the area. Lexington came into today with 8 set-piece goals conceded. That's towards the bottom of the league. It might be trouble again here. As it skips along into them all night. You could argue they conceded another here today with that corner kick, immediately preceding the goal from Lucky Oprah. That's a well-played pass. Juve immediately reverses the course. Back now to Robertson. Set for a goal kick. Looks like Cici Uche is prepared to enter the contest for Lexington. As he mulls around the top of the technical area. Also looks like Pierre Mane is going to come on. Mane, the team leader in substitute appearances this year with 8, makes 9 now. Looks like Isaac Cano will make way, and Uche comes on. Alexis Cerritos will exit. Uche playing for the first time in a little less than a month, last appearing on August 10th when he was injured against One Knox. He gets the run out for this final 20 minutes or so. Darren Powell just trying to inject some life into his side. Substitutions once more brought to you by Quiznos.
Attention fans, for Quiznos substitution, Lexington have made a change. Number 25, Pierre Mane, on for number 7, Isaac Cano. And number 16, Cici Uche, on for number 11, Alexis Cerritos.
Just knocking it around. Cameron Lancaster looks towards the technical area. A little bit perplexed as the side from Northern Colorado break forward. Yamazaki had a tight turn there to angle in across. Just blotted out. A little bit of flair there from Billy King. Didn't quite come off, but that does not assuage the applause from teammates. That is the man pressing all the right buttons right now, Ayman Zayed. Deep conversation with his assistants. I wonder if they're discussing tactics or dinner plans with the way this side has performed today. Just wind him up and let him go. As he will make a change here, it appears. Fourth official with the board up. And Marky Hernandez set to come on. Billy King will not get a chance at a hat trick. His day is done. You'd have to say, though, probably the player of the match as he takes a seat. Also looks like McCain Clark is ready to come on at the next opportunity. And that is 3 of the 4 goals scored today. Out of the game is Bruno Rendon, who set us off early, got Northern Colorado up and running. Will take his seat. McCain Clark comes on, the 19-year-old Academy product that has been the gem of this developmental system for Northern Colorado. Making another appearance, he started to assert himself in this squad in the last 5 games or so. A quick introduction and a swift kick to Marky Hernandez. Substitution brought to you by Quiznos. Into the box, Chelo Martinez. It's a good ball. Just got it over the frame. Was that Marky Hernandez that put the final touch on that? All five of him fighting for the ball, and Nearly found a headed goal. Becker Safety and Supply has you covered from head to toe. They provide industry-leading products and services to help keep you safe. Located in Windsor and Greeley and online at beckersafety.com. Safekeeping of the ball here for Lexington SC as they just about work it out on the touchline. Going to ground and winning a foul. Flung away. Noko content to do that all night long. Just to paint the difficulty of the task of getting back into this game right now for Lexington. Noko coming into this one had not conceded multiple games in a match since July 2nd. It had been 9 consecutive contests. Not only will Lexington have to break that mark, they will have to do it 3 times to get anything from this game. This feels like a Northern Colorado side that with a couple games in hand could really test the top of the table when the season comes to a close. Well, that's cheeky. Oprah rounding Caputo into the box. Still lucky Oprah. And just jabbed out for a corner kick. Corner kick presented by Meadow Gold. Marky Hernandez. Played softly into Chelo Martinez. Lining up from the top of the box, Patrick Langlois. You saw his teammate Billy King do it earlier. Fancied himself a try. At time, not testing the target though. Diouf finding a way forward. Just a little bit too much carry on that pass in the region of Robertson, and it's out for a throw-in to come. Langlois. A piercing pass forward into Oprah, who assesses his options and arrives on the scene into the box. The 1-2. Much needed sliding tackle from Tate Robertson to break it up. Around these parts, Meadow Gold provides the corners, and it's another one. Rocking and roaring in Windsor. Ball in. Glanced away. The way that Noko have turned this thing on its head, turned up the intensity out of half. What a response from this group. After having something to worry about as Lacey breaks away and is brought down. It felt like Lexington SC was the one holding the cards as the center official does there, showing a yellow. After that wonder goal, the free kick from Cam Lancaster, it is Chelo Martinez that goes in the book, by the way. Taking down Lacey there. It certainly felt like Lexington was the one that was carrying the impetus into the second half. Didn't really feel like Northern Colorado had much of the ball. About the last 25 minutes of that first frame. And it just shows the ability for Northern Colorado to flip a switch and regain control as if it's something they choose to do, not something that is just a component of the game. Ethan Horde doing what he does best, the bull in the china shop. He is a blunt instrument with a sharp final product, but his side not requiring his services to win the ball there. Floated up into Hernandez. Oprah. Bodies arriving in the box. Settled by Ethan Horde. Had it go, had it blocked. And Youth. And just shepherded from the ball. A man in a cozy jacket, in a cozy position in terms of the game. Got a glimpse of Irvin Parra, who was coming to the fourth official. Looks like Northern Colorado is set to make their last couple changes. Oh, that's well played. Clark scooped in across the face of him all night, but nothing more than a shot across the bow. But one back by the home side. Along for Oprah. In from deep from Clark. Held up in the corner, nowhere to go for Corrales. He just kicks it out. It's Irvin Parra and Danny Robles coming on. No call. Probably stowing the big guns ahead of a huge contest on Wednesday, that Jaeger Cup semifinal. It's Ethan Horde that exits, as well as Chelo Martinez. This could have easily been a trap game for Northern Colorado with that clash at the midweek. Certainly worthy of attention against a very capable Union Omaha outfit, but just such unrelenting focus from this Northern Colorado team. That has been their superpower all year long in the face of everything that has come to grips with them. Into the box at the penalty spot, it's jarred free. And again, Ayman Zayed continues to add evidence to what could be a Coach of the Year case. And is a man with a bright future in the technical area for Northern Colorado. Toying with the ball at the edge of the box. And the whistle goes. Foul given as Clark is stumbled there. Are you feeling behind in your career? With more than 90 career-focused programs, University of Northern Colorado Extended Campus can help you get in the game. For more information, go to extended.unc.edu today. Glance back at the foul there, committed by Abel Caputo.
A yellow card has been issued to
Northern Colorado hatched their plan ahead of this free kick. Looks like a yellow card has been shown to Pierre Mane. Not quite sure what the situation is there. But everybody wants a piece of this free kick for Northern Colorado. Oh, it's something on tap, something from the training ground as they break towards the box. Just having fun with it. And back to your regularly scheduled programming. NFL season getting underway. That looked like it was from the mind of Andy Reid. Wriggling through a crowd there. David Garcia. Shot from range, enforcing a save out of them all night. Venomously hit by Marky Hernandez, and Knight not going without a fight. Firm header to take it out of touch. Northern Colorado continue to fly through this schedule. Their slate has offered little opposition as they will stretch their unbeaten mark to 8 consecutive games. That will match the high from earlier in the season. They had an unbeaten run of 8 just in that later stage of the first half of their schedule. Rolled wide. Hernandez fancies a ball in. Flicked away for now. Clark, McCain Clark with a wicked touch. It's blocked. On the volley. And whistling just ever so closely high. Why not let it fly? That would have been a Pukstas caliber goal. It's been that kind of anything you can do, I can do better kind of night. More than one goal in this game might land itself on the Nightly Sports Center. Tate Robertson. Monet. Michael Agbula and Kimball Jackson set both to come in. This will be, in the case of both players, their first action of the year, as Cameron Lacey's going to go in the book.
Number 4, Kimball Jackson, on for number 17, Cameron Lancaster. And number 18, Michael Agbula, on for number 6, Abel Kakuda.
Both players set to enter.
A yellow card has also been issued to Lexington, number 20, Cameron Lacey.
Substitutions brought to you by Quiznos. Jackson, who made 6 appearances last year, makes his first of this season. He's age 19-20 vintage, as a yellow card is shown over there. And that might be why. Not only is the shirt torn, the catapult vest underneath is as well. Don't think I've ever seen that before. You could call that jersey distressed. A change of attire for Haruki Yamazaki. And Bruno Rendon bestows a fresh shirt to Haruki Yamazaki. So here's what happens. Just a little flyby from Michael Agbula. Into Marky Hernandez. It was Agbula who was booked there. So that is his first act of the year. Taking quickly on the free kick. All semantic at this point. McCain Clark nearly had a sight at winning the ball high off the pitch. And pressing to the final moment, Northern Colorado. There might be a reward in this for them as they win the ball up high. Down went Keegan. Whistle never came. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club, eFootball. It's free to play, and you can download it now online. Lingua. Foul is awarded. Yamazaki taking down Atez Diouf. Come on, Knight. That's a gamble. It's not worked out. It's for McCain Clark. And for the first time in his young career, he finds the back of the nets. The sweetest strike of his career. And quite the crescendo at the end of this for Northern Colorado Hailstorm. A very high five for them. It wasn't the most dramatic way to get your first, but it counts all the same. And McCain Clark is off and running. A teenage kick for the young man, McCain Clark. And it's been a dreamy night at the park for NoCo.
Hailstorm goal scored by number 47, McCain Clark.
Advantage played as Jackson takes it down the line to Robertson. Clark is his name, and they know it.
Goal occurred in the 90th minute. There will be a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage.
5 minutes of stoppage.
Hailstorm yellow card issued to number 10.
Yellow card assessed to Irvin Parra after play had subsided. There was an advantage to be played out. Look down the record book. At first glance, though, with that 5th goal, this might be the most prolific scoring night in Northern Colorado history. They've scored 4 a handful of times, but it appears never 5. And that's what they've gotten to tonight, and they want more. Onto it is McCain Clark, who provided that historic finish, as Amal Knight fumbled it at the top of his area to be walked in only seconds later. Flushed wide. Swooped up by Keegan. Diouf goes in heavy, and he is booked.
A yellow card has been issued to Lexington, number 32, Youth.
Nothing malicious there. Certainly a booking. Ball in from deep. Irvin Parra will put this into the mixer. Falling at the top of the box. Trying to turn himself free. Looks like that was David Garcia. Goals by Rendon, and then King. And then King again, and Lucky Oprah. And the most recent by McCain Clark. Stacking up to a mammoth performance from Northern Colorado. What about their business today? No Cohen. They will rest and recharge for what is one of the biggest clashes in the history of this franchise coming up. Right now there might be more to do. That is just about dug out by Lexington. NoCo prepare for their match against Union Omaha. No rest for the wicked. It was again Marky Hernandez trying a headed effort. Might be the final kick of the game. It is. Bang. Hailstorm. Hail yeah. They haven't dropped one since July 19th. And they won't at least until September 11th. As they surge in front of Lexington SC and eye down Union Omaha in the semifinal of the Jaeger Cup coming up on Wednesday. They were in a different galaxy than their opponent today, though. Looked like Lexington might make it interesting after the quick start from the home side. But Northern Colorado weren't interested in that at all. Billy King fired one in from distance to start this half, and NoCo never looked back. As we look ahead to breaking this one down when we come back from break. The final score, 5 Northern Colorado goals to only 1 from the roadside.
Every 2 seconds, a hospital patient needs help only blood can provide. That help depends on volunteer blood donors. When you take an hour and donate blood with nonprofit Vitalant, you can help save more than one life. Recent donor eligibility updates now allow even more people to roll up a sleeve and give. Learn more and make your appointment at Vitalant.org. Because of you, life doesn't stop.
On the surface, your retirement plan might look solid. With your 401k or IRA, Social Security, investments, and insurance coverage, you appear to have it all covered. But what could you be missing? Below the surface, is your retirement exposed to too much risk? It's time for a deeper dive into your portfolio. We can help you uncover the risk that lies beneath the surface and learn about strategies to help preserve your savings. Get your free risk analysis today.
Taking it all in, Northern Colorado, Hailstorm 5, Lexington SC 1. There are highlights to dig into, so let's get to them. NOCO was celebrating early, and they didn't really stop. It all got kicked off as Bruno Rendon broke in on goal, just kind of trailed the play, saw the ball fall to him, and that guy's not going to miss with a shot like that. Barreled the home side in front, just past the 5-minute mark. Settling touch and a stinging strike from him. And NOCO kept their foot on the gas into the 20th minute. It was once more Bruno Rendon blurring by his man, serving one into the box, and just set up perfectly for Billy King to apply the easiest finish maybe he's had in his entire career. Darted that one in, double the advantage, 2-0 there. And it was cruise control for Northern Colorado until this. Cam Lancaster lambasting one into the post. And it looked like things might be teeing off from this point, as that goal just ahead of halftime made it so that Lexington had much to play for heading into the second half, but it felt like Northern Colorado was the team playing with a sense of desperation. They quickly grabbed control of the game. Yeah, and when that happens, things are going well for you. Billy King puts a hole in the back of the net with a straight-laced strike that stands the hair on your arm straight at attention. And that was the uplift that his side needed to carry forward. They put a final bow on it as this ball came loose in the box after a firm header from David Garcia. Be punched in by Lucky Oprah. Be his second goal of the year. And with it sitting at 4-1, it was all but done and dusted, but that does not mean that McCain Clark could not have himself a moment. As a youngster just starting to really break through in the professional ranks, saw the ball sit up for him, and that was tied up with a bow. His first professional goal writes his line in the story of this game. And hopefully a goal that will be a footnote in a long, long career, as here are the final stats. And yeah, it went how you thought it would. 22 shots compared to 3, 12 on target compared to 1. Not going to win a lot of games that way if you're Lexington. Northern Colorado had the lead the entire second half and still increased their possession margin by about 6-7 points. It is a convincing performance from NOCO, to say the least, as again, it finishes at 5-1, the final score. We're about ready to get out of here on this one, but before we do that, we look ahead to those semifinals in the Jaeger Cup. We've been waiting all year to watch this one play out. NOCO will have a big one at home against Union Omaha on this September 11th, the final on September 28th. For our excellent crew here, director Ricky Rivera, replay operator Ed Jolby, and audio technician Johannes Ruiz, I've been Peyton Gallagher, and this has been a thorough thumping. Northern Colorado Hailstorm lay it down, 5-1 the final score over Lexington SC. USL League One season rolls on. We'll talk to you soon, folks.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.